Right, all right. We got another great, beautiful segment here for you guys here at Duck Pond Film Sports. Of course, tonight we're going to give you guys an edition Michael Jordan. So, Michael Jordan versus LeBron. We had that debate earlier today. We had callers calling in. We're going to revisit that section here. So, tonight, let's go ahead and let's get back into it. Jordan versus LeBron. Who do you have? Is it going to be at the bottom of the screen? You see there. The segment question is Jordan or LeBron. Let's go ahead and let's dive right into our first caller. Do we got our first caller on the line out there? Let's see if we got our first caller out there on the line. Before we get to that, let's keep in mind, guys, that this show is strictly for opinionated purposes, okay? Now let's have that caller one on the line here. Let's wait until they get on the line here. And again, the debate is Jordan or Kobe. Let's go ahead and get that first caller. Caller, are you there? How you doing, man? State your name.
What's up, man? It's Taylor.
All right, Taylor. So the question of the day right now is Jordan or LeBron? Who you got and why?
I'm thinking Jordan.
All right.
I'll say because man, everything he did in the game, that dude just he's killing, man. He's a monster out there.
All right. You got to elaborate for me, man. So you're taking Jordan over LeBron, and because he was a beast, that's all you're going to give me?
All right. So, in my opinion, I'm gonna take Jordan over LeBron because Jordan had the league about 9 years, won 3 championships,
Mm-hmm.
and he retired.
Right.
So my thing is the 6 years that he played where he didn't win. What all did he accomplish? You know, some of those years, man, he got Defensive Player of the Year, scoring champ,
Yeah.
MVP.
Yeah.
You know, the list goes on, you know, and to be able to accomplish all that in 1 year, especially 92, man, won the finals MVP, scoring champ, dream team,
Right.
Defensive Player of the Year, you know, all that, like that right there,
But-
you know, that's a resume.
But
In 1 year, some people can't.
being devil's advocate,
In a whole year.
all of those accolades, do you recall that zone defense was illegal until 2001? So everything that Michael Jordan accomplished, as great and amazing as it was, you could not zone this guy. You had to play man-to-man or it was a technical foul into 2001. Okay. All right. Well, so
Kobe fan, but that doesn't have anything to do with my not towards the whole Jordan and LeBron conversation. 'Cause I feel like you throw Kobe in there, that's a whole separate topic.
whole nother topic. All right, let me leave you with this question before we take the next call, Taylor.
Okay.
We got Charles Barkley or Allen Iverson, who had a better career. Neither one of them had a ring.
Man, the better career.
That's a good one, right? I know Duck Pond Film Sports, we give you the real stuff, man.
That's tough because they each had one finals appearance.
One finals appearance, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Charles had 2 because he had one in Portland as well as Phoenix. Or Houston, I think. Houston.
Man, that's because Charles Barkley, he played in a tough era, man. I feel like Iverson era was a little more on the fun side. So
Absolutely.
you know what? I would take Iverson.
Absolutely.
Iverson over Charles Barkley, just because everything Iverson did to the game as well, man. I feel like
Yeah.
he kind of, you know, as far as revolutionizing the game, man, he's like the playground version of Michael Jordan.
simple and plain. What we really want to know, simple and plain, it's pretty easy. It's a pretty simple and pretty easy question. What all we want to know, Jordan or LeBron, who you taking? Why? I gave out the stat, and I'm going to give it out all night because a lot of people who follow basketball forget the nuances of the game. There's a lot of things that happen in between the trenches, happen in between the lines, happen in between the out-of-bound hash. Like, there's a lot of things that go in between the game. It's a game on top of a game played within a game. And when you choose a dominant score over an all-around four-level score, it kind of, because you have an actual dominant two-way player. Michael Jordan played both sides of the basketball at a high level. And when you watch his games, you're going to see something that all children saw that were watching Michael Jeffrey Jordan's basketball games. All right? You saw a guy give you 30, and after almost every bucket, he would taunt, turn around, and dip. TTD, taunt, turn around, and dip. Every time he scored the bucket, look across the court, you got 33, turning around and D'ing up with you, three-quarter court, full court, the whole shebang, shabong. That was a death-defying duo, and you must say trio, with a knockdown pure shooter and Steve Kerr as a knockdown pure shooter in the trio. Third man was going to be a rim protector, glass cleaner, tough guy, Dennis Rodman. With that all together, it's going to give you the recipe for a championship. Now, let's get back into the main question, and then we'll go ahead and get our big boss dog call going on later with two of our ex-college buddies. All right, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into the next call that we're going to go ahead and take here up on Duck Pond Film Sports Radio. All right, we're going to go ahead and go to San Antonio, Texas, our next call. We got Brandon Zachary on the line here. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing all right, man. All right. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Just giving this sports information out to these fans here, man. You're one of, I think you're the fourth caller here. Yeah, he's fifth caller here. Second from San Antonio. We got a couple of questions for you, man. Off the top, okay. First off, state your name, sir.
This is Brandon Zachary, sir.
All righty, sir. So what NBA basketball team do you love?
Oh, man, you know it's the Houston Rockets, man. You know how I rock.
Roo. We got a Rockets fan in here.
H-Town, baby.
Quick answer for these guys out here that don't know about basketball. When Michael Jeffrey Jordan took 2 years off, what NBA basketball team won 2 rings?
H-Town, baby.
Yeah, ding, baby. See? These guys don't know anything about basketball, man. That was when, who was that? Was that Olajuwon out there on them boys?
Yes, sir. We had Olajuwon, Kenny Smith, man.
Sam Cassell.
I could go on for on, man.
You know it.
Championship squad.
All right, so I got a tough question for you, brother. Before we get to the main debate question, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. So the main question, the debate question we got, I'll save that for later. But this one is going to be Charles Barkley and Allen Iverson. Who had a better NBA career? Neither had a ring.
AI.
Woo! Yo, now that was the first affirmative response that we had tonight. Why are you so confident in AI? Explain yourself, sir.
Because of the notoriety. They can't dress the way that they want to dress anymore because of Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
He was a staple. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't nobody say nothing about AI, man.
I mean, Allen Iverson revolutionized the dress code. Hey, do you remember the era? You remember the era where we used to wear basketball shorts under pants? Who did that come from?
AI.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a legend, man. I mean, he's honestly one of my favorite players to ever play the game.
I mean, Allen Iverson was tough. The man was as next to Kobe as you're ever going to get with physical wherewithal. And what I mean by that,
have the size at all.
At all. Allen Iverson played with just as many, if not more, injured body parts. Actually, injured body parts.
Definitely.
And if it wasn't for if it wasn't for Robert Horry in game 1 or 2, because Aaron McKee, a lot of people don't know it was Allen Iverson. It was who was the point guard? Eric Snow.
Mm-hmm. Eric Snow.
Allen Iverson, Mutombo. Man, they had I forgot the other two. Lynch. They had Lynch out there. Yeah, I'm a basketball savant, baby. They had Lynch out there, and they had somebody else, but I remember very vividly. Robert Horry hit a bomb of a shot in game 1 that would have put the 76ers up 1-0, and it could have turned the tide. Shaq was in. Shaquille O'Neal was in foul trouble. Kobe wasn't having. Kobe was actually carrying them. The other supporting cast wasn't having. As always, you know. But so why do you give Allen Iverson, Mr. Answer himself, the first big Reebok person out there? We got to go back to that. Why do you give Allen Iverson the tug over Charles Barkley?
All right, this is why I give him the tug over Charles Barkley.
Okay.
This man mama was braiding his hair. They came out during the game. You don't get no more. Hey, I don't care what nobody says. AI is the truth.
He's the truth, man.
He's one of the goats for sure.
He is. 5'11" and a half, 6 feet generously.
You can definitely, man, because of his size. Like, he was undersized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's considered one of the smaller guys. You know what I'm saying? He would always play big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He played big as hell, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love the fight that he had in him. You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley was a tough competitor too. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He's a legend in his own aspect, but you know what I'm saying? Him compared to him and AI definitely takes the cake, baby.
Absolutely. All right, Brandon. So let's get to the meat of the conversation real quick. Got a couple minutes here left before we take the next call. Michael Jordan, The Last Dance. We got Jordan or LeBron. Who you got and why?
I have LeBron, sir.
Oh, we got a LeBron James question. Oh, my goodness. We got a LeBron James answer. Why you taking the king? Why you taking the king over Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
The reason I take the king over Michael Jeffrey Jordan, I mean, there's numerous reasons.
Oh, numerous.
There's numerous reasons, but I'm only gonna go into a few. The support. You know what I'm saying, of your community, you know, and the people that look like you, that's a major part and role in my decision.
Okay.
And, you know, that's pretty much the meat and potatoes.
Now, now this is Duck Pond Film Sports, baby. All right? And this is the radio now. This is the podcast radio that we're doing now. So when you bring something up like that, you gotta give me the all authenticity. When you say what you just said, can you repeat that for the crowd again? Tell the fans out there what you just said again, sir.
That I'm taking LeBron over Jordan.
Because of the people. What did you just say? What was that, sir? And I'm gonna give you the quote that I know you're referring to.
Oh, okay. Because you know, Jordan is a lot more active in his community, man. He's sending kids to college. He sent kids to college. You know what I'm saying? LeBron.
Yes, LeBron.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about,
LeBron. He did. Okay.
LeBron that sent kids to college. LeBron, you know what I'm saying? He's doing stuff in his community. He's giving back.
Now, when you said that he does more for people, when you said he does more for people that look like him, and you said that he pretty much, you're saying he doesn't disrespect the people that look like him. Are you referring to when Michael Jordan, when he was asked, Well, no, actually, when he said, I make shoes for suburban whites, not poor black kids. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about when Michael Jordan was asked about the kids dying over his shoes? And he said, not my problem. Is that what you're referring to?
I'm talking about all of that, brother.
Oh.
Everything that transpired over the years, everything.
So you're telling me that what you do off the court kind of does matter on the court as well. We can't just say this guy's the GOAT during basketball. I need the 24 hours. Because if we're going to dissect the president for any little bitty thing that he does, Obama or Trump, I'm giving you both, then we have to do the same for sports.
Yeah, you got to do it for anybody. Character, that's for anybody, brother. You can't avoid your character. You can't avoid it.
Absolutely.
People are going to see that what you're doing, nobody's looking. You can't avoid that.
Wow. It's we're gonna keep you on the line for a second, man, because this whole idea, if you will, that basketball needs to be played, that we have to, as fans, we have to only judge athletes from what they do on the field or on the court in their respective areas of play. But if they do something outside of the game, Antonio Brown, Jameis Winston, anybody, I don't want to disrespect. You know what I want to go to?
It's in anything.
Well, any sport. Antonio Brown plays football.
Music, sports, anything.
Right.
Politics, anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like R. Kelly. Yeah, he was talented as hell. You know what I'm saying? But he still did what he did.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that you can't be, you know what I'm saying? You can't say that, oh, this is a great man because of his music after you know what he's done.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Oh, he's the greatest. No, he can't be the greatest.
He can't be, you know?
That's not how it works.
Because people speak to that. People have to, I think the common fan does not respect the greatness of LeBron James so much that they're willing to bend the rules of athletics. One of the very first things we're told when we strap up to play in any athletic, in any sport, is we have to represent the game. We have to represent the game that we love, and we have to have class. And class also is integrity. And integrity is doing what you're supposed to when nobody is looking, which means when I'm not on the basketball court, I got to represent myself because I'm a brand. I have a paycheck to consume. And these fans are willing to tell us wholeheartedly, we're just talking about basketball, because they automatically know that there's only one living, breathing human being in the sports realm that has been perfect. And his name's LeBron James.
Stay safe. Stay away from the Rona. Quarantine yourself. Do what you got to do.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. That's Brandon Zachary from San Antonio, Texas, guys. We're going to go ahead and take this next caller here. All right, we're on Duck Pond Film Sports. You're on live here, sir. Who do we have on the line?
Yeah, this is Christopher.
How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, sir. Chris, what city are you calling us from?
San Antonio, Texas.
All right, Chris, we got you loud and clear now, man. Before we get to the first question, which is, of course, the number one debate we got going on tonight, Jordan or LeBron, let's get to the first question. Allen Iverson or Charles Barkley, who had a better career and why?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yes, sir. That's what we do, sir. We set trends here.
That's a tough one. Man, AI's got the iconic game in the finals.
Okay.
For better career, I really have to look it over between those two, man. That's tough. I've never made that comparison.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of both players.
Okay.
Man, that's tough. I guess if I got to choose, I'm gonna go Charles Barkley.
Okay. And why are you going Charles Barkley?
if I got to choose, I'm just going to take Charles Barkley for the overall dominance, man. 6 undersized power forward, and he was just able to do it all. Kind of similar to, I don't even know who to put him similar to, honestly, but.
Really? You don't really? Well, I mean,
I get well. Of course, you could say similar to Zion. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like to make that comparison so early because we ain't really seen all that Zion bringing to the table yet.
Right.
So
right.
But it is similar to Zion in that he's undersized for his position. You know what I'm saying? And he does a little bit of everything. So that is a fair comparison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But skill-wise, Zion coming out seems to be with a little bit more skills. It's fresh out the gate. Seems to be. But we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. But, you know, CB just did a little bit of everything, man.
He did. And what about when I tell you, so we're looking at 26.7 points per game, 3 rebounds and 6 assists for Allen Iverson.
Okay.
And when we're looking at Charles Barkley, we're looking at 22, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. So Charles Barkley averaged a double-double. I mean, the round mound of rebound, the Chuckster, the Chuck Wagon, the Prince of Pizza, the Incredible Bulk, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, Bread Chuck, a.k.a. Boy George, was definitely 6'6", 252 pounds. We're talking about somebody shorter and smaller than LeBron, who was dominating the paint back then, who didn't get any rings because of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Now, I had a couple other callers on the line, Chris, and they pretty much both went for Allen Iverson. And you want to know what they said and why?
Well, I mean, I can understand the argument for Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was a big influencer of the NBA. Mm-hmm. But when you talk about better career, you know what I'm saying, on the court, I just got to give the edge to Charles Barkley on that one. But why did they say Allen Iverson?
Pretty much because of how he it's a correlation between what people use to define the greatness and the dominant potency, if you will, of Jordan when they talk about he revolutionized the shooting guard position. Allen Iverson revolutionized the attire of the game. He revolutionized contracts before LeBron. LeBron was the focal point and player power and empowerment. But before LeBron, Allen Iverson's Reebok shoe contract pretty much let everybody know that you didn't have to go Nike or Jordan, because back then it was Nike or Jordan, period. Then Reebok came out with a couple other things like T-Max and all those other things, but the AIs, the answers, those things sold and were very competitive to Jordans back then. People forget about that. But that's pretty much why they're speaking on that. But Chris, I really love your canter when it comes to basketball. So I really want to get your take on Michael Jeffrey Jordan or LeBron the King James. Who you got and why?
That's just so tough, man. That's so tough. And it's funny because a lot of people will say it's not tough. You know, a lot of people lean towards Jordan. You know what I'm saying? 6 rings. But if we're talking about career for career, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to argue with 6 for 6 in the finals.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to argue with that. You know what I'm saying? So I can totally understand that.
But people take Tom Brady over Joe Montana.
True. But Tom Brady, how many does Joe Montana have? He's got 4, right?
4 for 4 versus what is it? 6 for 9.
But that's the difference. Tom Brady actually has more.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say LeBron had 8 championships, but he lost, but he made the finals 15 times.
But then we got to go to the deeper number of the teams too, though. So I'll stay basketball. LeBron James. The only excuse, and I'm a LeBron fanatic as well, but I'm a Jordan and basketball savant. I have to bow to Jordan at the top of the shrine of basketball greatness, simply because he went 6 for 6 and he averaged 30 points per game on the best team in basketball 6 years straight. 6 years, 6 years, 2, 3 in a row. That's difficult. He took 2 years off, came back, and the reason why I stress that point because LeBron James never had a Scottie Pippen. He had a Scottie Pippen for 2 years in Miami. Dwayne Wade. Because Kyrie Irving, he isn't even at his peak yet. Like Kyrie Irving.
It's funny, man. A lot of people discredit the fact that, and I mean, not to overshadow what Jordan accomplished, but a lot of people discredit that Scottie did a lot of the dirty work.
Dirty, bro. Dirty.
Jordan was doing possible. You know what I'm saying?
Just right on that subject, because this is going to be a highlight on this video. I'm glad you said that. Has LeBron James, and I'm going to use this another time, has LeBron James ever had a player, when he left the team or left a player, has he ever left a player and that player ended up being all dang near the MVP of the league? Because Jordan took a 2-year break and Pippen was almost the MVP of the – bruh. Like, Jordan
they was a game away from getting back to the finals.
To the finals without Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So we got to look at that, man. We can't overlook that because LeBron has never left the team, and somebody was like, Kyrie can't carry nobody. Dwayne Wade was bummed out, couldn't carry nobody.
And another thing that you got to talk about in that is coaching.
Coaching,
when
yeah.
has LeBron had that caliber of a coach?
Never.
Because when you, a lot of times, like, not to diminish Scottie or any of those other players, but a lot of times when you have a system in place that works,
yeah,
sometimes it doesn't matter who's there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they changed the focal point to Scottie away from Michael.
Right.
Because Michael's gone, so now Scottie's the focal point. But we're still running the same stuff, guys.
Absolutely.
We're doing the same thing we've been doing, guys.
Oh, while you're on that, Chris. While you're on that, Chris. While you're on that, I'm going to let you finish, but while you're on that, take in consideration that zone defense was illegal until 2001, which means if they caught you running 2-3 zone or 3-2 zone, it was a technical foul, like a defense of 3 seconds. So you had to play Michael Jordan man-to-man. You had to, or you double him, but it was a man double. Like you had to man this guy. You couldn't play zone like you could play LeBron James zone and force him to shoot. You had to man him up. That we have to look at those things too when we compare the best versus best because rules matter. I will say the hand checking rule does give a freight train like LeBron James freedom when it comes through that lane. It does. But if I give fans that, the fans got to give LeBron fans the fact that Jordan had to be man-to-man or doubled, and a double man-to-man, which means there's not going to be a zone coverage I'm going to have to read as a guard when you come double-team me and y'all are running a triangle and 2. It's a double man, so next man over is open. That's all Jordan had to worry about back then. So I will say there's a deeper conversation that we got to look to, but if you ask me, I'm going to say on the court, Michael Jordan is the most dominant player to ever play the game. 6 for 6, 5 MVPs regular season, 6 finals MVPs, 3 or 4 defensive player of the years, 2 Olympic gold medals. I mean, the man was the man. He revolutionized the guard position. But LeBron, I mean, I'm just going to say this real quick, and I'm going to let you end yours, and I'm going to end it. Michael Jordan came in slept on. LeBron James, at 16 years old, had cameras in his face, and he had to live up to expectations. All right? Pretty much, LeBron lived up to pretty much all the expectations except for 3 more rings. That's all he's missing on his resume, and then everybody can say he came in with pressure. Like this kid came into a gym of 1 million people, millions of people, and said, I'm going to be that man. And for about 12, 13 years of 16, 17, he was that man.
Yeah.
But final thoughts, sir. Final thoughts, Chris.
Final thought is number 1, and I'm going to keep these just real quick. Number 1, comparing the two players, of course, they are 2 generational greats.
Right.
So it's tough to compare the 2 players for me in general.
Mm-hmm.
But my final thought is I would take LeBron personally. Who had the better career it's hard to determine because, you know, if I put Zach LaVine in the 1983 draft, a lot of what Jordan was doing.
Yes, he is.
He's way more athletic than 80% of the guys out there.
Yeah.
And so, not to say that Jordan didn't have the work ethic, the competitiveness, determination, and all those things, but the fact that you're faster and quicker and you can jump over all these white guys does kind of make a difference.
It really does. It does. All right. All right, Chris from San Antonio, Texas. Thank you, sir. You have a great rest of your night.
You too, man.
All right. So for the general consensus again, guys, it's going to be Jordan. We'll see if any of the LeBron fans are coming up. Coming up next after we go to this commercial, we will go ahead and give a call out to both college buddies. We're going to have John Harris on the line here from Our Lady of the Lake University, and we will have Arthur Govan III on the line here. Arthur Govan Jr. II from Our Lady of the Lake University as well on the line. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back to you.